In life, pain often arrives without a warning. It does not knock politely on the door. It storms in like a sudden tempest sweeping across the sea at night, catching you unprepared, tearing apart the illusion of safety you once held. Most people see struggle as an enemy. They recoil from it, hide from it, pray for it to pass quickly. But the Stoics, they knew a secret most of us forget. Struggle is not here to destroy you. It is here to teach you. It is a gift, wrapped not in silk but in fire. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher emperor, ruled an empire under constant threat of war and plague. He understood that the obstacles we face are not interruptions to life's path, they are the path. When faced with betrayal, hardship, or loss, he wrote to himself, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." His words were not theory. They were the wisdom of a man who carried the weight of the Roman Empire on his shoulders, and yet kept his soul unshaken. Epictetus began life as a slave, his leg twisted and crippled by his master. By the world's measure, he had nothing, no freedom, no possessions, no power. And yet, through the chains, he discovered the one thing no one could take from him: his mind. He taught that while we cannot control what happens to us, we can control how we respond, and in that control lies ultimate freedom. Seneca, the statesman and thinker, reminded us that wounds are not signs of weakness. They are the proof that we have endured. A life without trials, he said, is like a soldier who has never been tested in battle. Unproven, fragile, easily broken. Struggle is the forge, pain is the fire, and you are the metal placed within it, shaped, strengthened, and made unbreakable through the heat. Without the forge, you remain brittle. Without the fire, you never become a sword. Imagine yourself as a marble pillar standing in an ancient temple under the open sky. For centuries, winds howl and rains beat upon you. Earthquakes shake the ground beneath your foundation. Yet you stand. The storms do not make you crumble. They carve beauty into your surface. Every crack, every scar becomes a testament to time, a story etched into your being. Life will rarely give you what you want. It will give you what you need. And often what you need most is exactly what you've been taught to fear. Discomfort, loss, difficulty. Without these, you remain asleep to your own potential. When the weight feels unbearable and when the night seems endless, and remember, no great tree grows without enduring storms. No great river carves valleys without years of relentless pressure. And no great soul is born without walking through fire. The gift of struggle is not visible in the moment. When you are in the middle of it, all you see is pain. But on the other side, when the dust has settled, when the fire has cooled, you will see that the struggle was the chisel in the hand of the sculptor, carving away everything in you that was weak, false, or unnecessary. So when hardship arrives, and welcome it, it may come dressed as chaos, loss, or despair. But behind the mask, it is the ancient teacher that has guided humanity for thousands of years. It comes not to break you, but to build you. It comes not to diminish your life, but to reveal your strength. And one day when you look back, you will not curse the struggle, you will thank it. For without it, you would never have discovered the unshakable force that was within you all along. The gift of struggle is not wrapped in comfort. It comes to you in the cold mornings when you don't want to rise, in the hours when the world sleeps but your thoughts are loud, in the weight on your shoulders when everyone else seems free. And yet, this is the crucible, the unseen forge where the soul is shaped. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." He didn't just mean that obstacles are to be endured. He meant they are the very material you build your strength from. You may curse the path you walk. You may wish for lighter burdens, but every stone you carry adds to the fortress of your spirit. When others see a barrier, the Stoic sees a blueprint, a design for becoming something greater. Picture the mountains that stand unmoved by centuries of storms. They are not there because they avoided the wind, but because they endured it over and over again. Your life will be the same. The storms will carve you, yes, but they will also reveal you. Seneca once wrote, "Difficulties strengthen the mind as labor does the body." Think about that. Pain is not simply to be survived. It is the silent craftsman, chiseling away your weakness, revealing the unshakable core that has always been there. And yet, most will run. They will see the trial and choose the easy road, never knowing that in escaping pain, they also escape their own growth. But you, if you choose differently, will walk through the fire and come out forged. And here's the truth no one wants to hear. Life will not wait for you to feel ready. It will not soften its blows or pause until you've caught your breath. The storms will come whether you welcome them or not. But the question is, will you face them as a victim or as a warrior? The Stoics chose the latter. Epictetus, born a slave, understood that freedom is not given by masters but forged within the mind. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. These words are not gentle comfort. They are a command to reclaim your own power. Because pain, when met with courage, becomes more than just something you survive. It becomes the foundation you stand on. It becomes the proof that you are more than your circumstances. When you lose someone you love, when your plans fall apart, when the future feels like a locked door, you have two choices. You can collapse under the weight, or you can let that weight build you into something unbreakable. Every great figure who walked this earth understood this law, from warriors on the battlefield, to philosophers in quiet exile, to leaders facing the collapse of empires. All of them carried wounds. But those wounds were not their end. They were the ink in which their legacy was written. The gift of struggle is not in the suffering itself, but in who you become because of it. It strips you down, yes, but it also reveals the raw, unpolished truth of who you are. It forces you to stop pretending, to face the parts of yourself you would rather ignore, and in doing so, it gives you the one thing comfort never could: clarity. So the next time life tightens its grip, when the night feels endless and the weight unbearable, remember this: the very thing you wish would end might be the thing that shapes you into someone who can endure anything. Do not curse the fire, become the blade it tempers. Think of Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher king. Every day he woke up not in peace but surrounded by politics, betrayal, and the weight of an empire. Yet instead of letting that pressure crush him, he turned to his journal, what we now call meditations. In its pages, he reminded himself, if you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it, and this you have the power to revoke at any moment. Marcus did not escape hardship. He faced wars, plagues, and the death of his own children. But he understood, life was not meant to be free from suffering. It was meant to test the strength of the soul. And then there was Epictetus, born into slavery, crippled by a master's cruelty. He could have lived and died in chains, both physical and mental. Instead, he saw that the body can be bound, but the mind is always freed if you choose it to be. His teaching was simple yet relentless. Do not waste your time wishing the world were easier. Instead, make yourself equal to its trials. Seneca, too, knew the taste of misfortune, exiled by the emperor, accused of treason, and finally ordered to take his own life. Yet until his last breath, he wrote words that would outlive Rome itself. Fire tests gold. Adversity tests the brave. For Seneca, adversity was not an intruder. It was the master craftsman of greatness. These men were not spared pain, they were not spared fear, but they learned to stand in the storm without begging for it to end. They did not see struggle as an interruption to life. They saw it as life itself. And here is the truth they would whisper to you if they could. You will not grow in the warmth of comfort. You will grow in the cold winds of challenge. The trials you face are not there to punish you. They are there to prepare you. The gift of struggle is the same gift they received, the chance to rise. The chance to become more than you were yesterday. The chance to meet the world not with a trembling voice, but with the calm certainty that nothing can touch the fortress of your soul. But here's what most people miss. Strength is not built in one great heroic moment. It is built in the quiet, unseen hours when you choose discipline over comfort, when you face fear without running, when you decide that no matter what the world throws at you, your response will be your own. Marcus Aurelius didn't become the last good emperor by accident. Epictetus didn't become a respected teacher because life was kind to him. Seneca didn't write words that still burn after 2,000 years because everything was easy. They were forged in the same fire that tries to consume you now. The Stoics knew this. Life will not wait for you to be ready. It will test you when you least expect it. And you will either break or be transformed. When the storm comes, and it will, and remember, you have a choice. You can curse the rain, or you can let it sharpen you into something unshakable. You can see the obstacle as a wall, or as the stone from which you carve your strength. The truth is, the gift of struggle is not comfort, not ease, but the deep knowledge that you are more than your pain. Every challenge is a messenger, and its message is simple: rise. So take this moment right now and stop asking for a lighter load. Ask for a stronger back. Stop waiting for life to be fair. Learn to be fierce in the face of its unfairness. The world doesn't need another voice complaining about the dark, it needs a flame. And that flame is you. Because one day, when the dust settles and the silence falls, you will look back and realize the struggle you cursed was the very thing that made you unstoppable. If this message spoke to you, don't let it be the last. Hit subscribe and keep walking this path of strength, one lesson, one challenge, one victory at a time. Your journey has only just begun.